We may not have anybody here, but we're going.
Damn, forgot the pen.
You'll be all right.
Nope.
That's why it's a live reaction.
It's a requirement. There we go. Save money, live better. Walmart.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into NASCAR by the Numbers tonight. Trying something a little new. We are going to live react to the qualifying duel number 1, because first of all, if we reacted to both of them, we are going to be here for the next 3 hours. And me and Armany both don't have time for that. Like, I'm going to watch both of them, but to live stream both of them, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I want to sit back and at least enjoy the second one. And the second one, I'm personally going to be very nervous because I'm cheering for Noah Gragson to make the Daytona 500. He's got a lot riding on the line, which we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. But first, obviously, it's pre-race. So we're kind of hanging out before pre-race and all that kind of stuff. So everybody come join in, trickle in here. We're going to talk, just chit-chat about NASCAR a little bit before we get there. Obviously, it's crazy. It's already Thursday. Like, I'm thankful it's already Thursday because this weekend is literally like my second Christmas. But it's just like, I swear we recorded our podcast making predictions yesterday.
I know.
All my predictions that are going to probably blow up in my face eventually.
I hope that Larson one does.
It probably will. Not any predictions tonight. We got old DB Sports in here.
Well, on FS1, they're giving their predictions for Duel 1 on FS1.
Well, I'm watching the prayer, I guess. They're doing the prayer on my end right here.
Yeah, I'm a couple seconds behind. I saw Larson, Hamlin, and McMurray as their pick.
I had to guess, I also want to pull that up. I want to pull up the duel lineups just so I have them.
Yeah, let me get that up.
I mean, we can kind of go in the first of it. One of our first things was Bowman and how fast he was. I know you were watching him.
Yeah.
Dude, when the 24 car went out, like, I was like, there's nobody touching the 24. But then, dude, like, obviously Hendrick is a part of it, but it's Bowman or his crew chief or something. Who's his crew chief right now?
Greg Ives.
Greg Ives. I don't know if it's Ives. I don't know if it's just – because it can't just be Bowman. I mean, like, a lot of guys can hold the steering wheel straight. It's got to be Ives, dude. They have figured out something. I mean, Chase looked like a grandpa compared to everybody else, compared to those two. But Bowman just held it pretty well and took it, and Ives has that thing dialed up. How'd you feel? Because I know you're kind of in this weird transition of, like, do I go with Alex Bowman? I'm probably going to go with Kyle Larson, though, but I'm sure you enjoy seeing the 48 car run well. But, like, what did you think when you saw him not only win the pole, but, like, gap William Byron for the pole?
What shocked me is, like, we saw, like, Almirola, even, like, a couple other ones. I think even Suarez. They were kind of close to Byron. They kind of just stayed in there. Bowman, no, he just, as soon as he launched off, he just kept going. And the gap was just, like, instantly 2/10. It just kept staying there and staying there and staying there. In fact, let me try to pull up let me see if I can pull up the speeds exactly.
One thing that you noted that really shocked me is, and then while you're looking that up, I did not expect Eric Almirola to get close. Stuart Haas notoriously does not qualify well in plate races. And even Harvick was pretty fast. But Almirola, I mean, like, Clint Boyer didn't know how he didn't get the pole. Like, Almirola was like in inches from winning the pole at the moment. And he's fast. It's going to be really intriguing to see how he races. I think he's obviously in this first duel. But I did not expect Stuart Haas to have the straight speed that they had. And, that was pretty crazy. So what were you looking at?
Bowman was over a quarter of a second faster than Byron on that lap. That's crazy. And I believe the average, if you look on speed, was just like over a mile faster. I think Bowman was like a 191 and Byron was a 190.
Me and you were joking before we got on here live that like Alex Bowman's car was so fast, it was like this isn't going to pass Tech fast.
Yeah.
But I mean, clearly, I mean everything's got to be good with it. I mean, they had to clear Tech before.
I mean, if you want to talk about it, I mean, we talked about it. Like, one of the jokes all week was like, oh, the conspiracy poll, like, Larson or Chase or Bubba. Bowman in a
dude, I
way
caught
is.
so much flack. Oh, dude, I
Oh
caught so
my
much
God.
flack. Because I had a source that's inside the garage who works for a race team, and he wasn't like straight up telling me Bubba's winning the poll, but he goes, do not be surprised if NASCAR sort of lets the 23 team have a little loosey-goosey in Tech to get the pole. We've seen it before with kind of Austin Dillon. We've seen it with Chase Elliott, Danica Patrick. I think really Danica and Austin, bigger so Danica's probably the ones that you kind of look at and say, all right, and it's not
Right.
People know me. I've defended Danica for years. Like I respect Danica. Glad she came here. Wish she was still in the sport. Love the fact that she came here. Obviously, she was a marketing tool, but had a lot of respect for her. And she is a talented race car driver. It didn't work in NASCAR, but what she did in IndyCar was still remarkable compared to what a lot of IndyCar drivers never do. But to go out and just win the pole for the Daytona 500, all of a sudden, he's a little suspect. And then Chase did it as a rookie, and then Chase went back to back. All that kind of stuff. So a little bit surprised there, but that's where I was coming from. And I'm glad Bubba didn't win the pole. I'm a Bubba Wallace fan. People kind of blur the lines because you can think one thing but mean another. Like, I'm glad it didn't because I didn't want there to be any argument for this being a Mickey Mouse pole award. I didn't want it to be just NASCAR's media darling wins the pole because that was going to be the narrative. You mean to tell me Toyota's never won the pole for the Daytona 500? Chevrolet's won 8 in a row. Now, the most hyped and marketed team in 10 years, if not more, magically wins the pole for the Daytona 500. That would be the biggest storyline possible heading into the 500 on Sunday. And I think there was other guys that were in that. I mean, even Eric Estep was like, is the Daytona tradition going to continue? So, and then Bubba went and landed the pole. Bubba still is the fastest Toyota, which is weird, but I'm cool with it. I hope he goes out there and does well. So, what say you on the conspiracy tinfoil hat kind of part of last night?
You want to talk about a little bit of conspiracy? I mean, Bowman being the next driver to effectively replace Jimmy Johnson, it may not be like much of a conspiracy compared to like Bubba or Larson or even Chase. But in a way, it's still kind of a conspiracy. I mean, back in 2018, Bowman replaces Dale Earnhardt Jr. What does he do? He wins the pole for the 500.
Yeah.
Now Bowman replaces Jimmy Johnson. What does he do? He basically just takes off the tapered spacer and goes out and wins the pole.
Takes off the spacer. I mean, I see where people are coming from. I think to me, though, it puts it at ease that they're really rigging that because if you're rigging it for NASCAR, you're going to put either Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, or Kyle Larson on the pole. And none of those drivers are even on the front row. You pretty much have probably the most vanilla front row you can get for the Daytona 500. So, we'll see. Let me see. Do you really think that there are conspiracies? And it was Joe Hart. I don't know. You hear people that really don't follow the sport try to say, oh, they rig him races and they do that. I've always said I think there are certain teams that can get away with certain more stuff than maybe other teams. I would imagine Earnhardt at point in his career, Earnhardt or Gordon in the 90s. And I'm not going to – now, don't get me wrong. People got to remember back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, cheating was everyone was doing it. People are still doing it now. It's just so much harder. But, like, Ray Abraham literally told stories of the way they would go through the garage is you had to get an inspection sticker. And they had to put that sticker on the car. And once you got that sticker, you're good to go. And so they might come around and say, I don't like how your bumper's looking. And so all they would literally do is go back to their garage. The officials would be walking around. They literally took off the paint on the bumper, changed literally nothing about the bumper, but made it look like they were changing the bumper, get their sticker, they're good to go. They're still just as illegal as they were when they went through that. But conspiracy-wise, I don't know. There have been some weird things. Dale Jr. winning at Daytona in 2001 is always going to stick out into your mind. I mean, I'd like to think there isn't. My heart of hearts won't let me go that far because it'll ruin it for me. But then you have when Dale Jr. ran the number 3 Wrangler car in the Xfinity Series. That was really it was like nobody even tried to pass him the last 10 laps of the race. That one was kind of out there. What say you, Armani? Do you believe NASCAR and conspiracies? Do you think they do anything to kind of set up finishes or anything like that?
Uh, here's the thing: just as many arguments you can make for conspiracies, you can make just as many arguments against it. Like, for
Right.
example, why did Dale Jr. never win a championship?
Thank you.
That's like the number one. I mean, Dale Jr. He doesn't even have a runner-up points finish to his career.
I think that's probably the number one finish, and I also think a couple of other ones. Why did it take Dale Sr. 20 years to win the Daytona 500? It's not like they wanted him to have to go that long. Also, and this is a big one to me, maybe the second biggest argument ever. Why did Jeff Gordon not win the championship in his farewell season? I mean, that is literally the golden story of this decade if that happens. And NASCAR didn't allow that to happen. So, I think Junior winning it, just like you said, is probably the biggest argument because why would you not have your biggest driver at the time, at the biggest time, the most popular sport had ever been in the early 2000s, win a championship? Not only that, they penalized him for cussing in victory lane to assure he didn't win the championship.
As Dale Jr. said, don't mean shit.
Oh, man, dude. His victory. Dude, I remember. So Junior's gotten a little more polished now. I still like Junior because he's so raw in the booth and he just is who he is.
Right.
Dude, his accent used to be wow. Like, yeah, Daddy's out there with me right there. And awesome. But yeah, it was awesome. That don't mean shit. That was great. So, yeah. So before we get going, I know we wanted to react. What did you get to watch the Clash the other night?
No, I saw the Clash.
So you did see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you think? I have people that follow me on Twitter at NASCAR_opinion. They know my take, and I'll give it here again in a second. But what was your take? A controversial finish, kind of to lay it out before you react. They come up with a final restart. I can't remember how many laps were go. I think it was 4 or 5, maybe 6 laps to go. They go. Chase Elliott stayed out. He was on slightly older tire. I'm not going to say slightly. I think 7 or 8 lap older tires. You had, I think, 5 or 6 cars stayed out. I believe Ryan Blaney was either the first or second car off the pit road with fresh tires. Blaney marches through the field, comes up to second, chases down Chase, which is funny. Chases Chase. Eventually catches Chase, gets past Chase. And at this point, you would think fresh tires, there's no way he's not driving away from Chase Elliott. And he proceeds to do the exact opposite and continue to blow every single corner. Now, went from overdriving to underdriving. Allows Chase to stick around. And Chase also was so good on corner entry. That's where Chase is really making his money up. That's probably where the Rolex helped him out a ton. Dude, just his confidence going into the corner sometimes, it scares me. But you could see Chase just throwing a car in the corner. Did not care. Knew this is exactly where I'm going. So anyways, you get through that. They get through the bus stop on the back stretch, come through 3 and 4. They have a little chicane before the start-finish line, the last chicane of the lap. And Blaney gives him a lane. I think Chase was probably going to make contact with him regardless, but Blaney gives him the lane. He's going to kind of let Chase be on the inside where the inside turtle would be. That way, Blaney would be on the inside of the exit. Ideally, that's where you would want to be. And he kind of pinched him. People argued that he didn't, but you could literally look at photos. And by the way, cars are rolling off, so we are just minutes away from live reacting to the duels. Apparently, I'm a little bit ahead of Armani, so
You are.
if I spoil something, then you'll see. This will be crazy. If there's a wreck, you will know first right here. All right. And sorry if I spoil it.
If Larson wrecks, I'm gonna be screaming into this thing.
But anyways, finish off the Clash before we get going.
All right.
Blaney pinches Chase a little bit, but I mean Blaney did what he was supposed to do. A little bit of enough room, but it's such a tight corner. They come off the corner. Chase Elliott. People want to argue he dumped him. Ryan Blaney went off the front nose of Chase Elliott, ended up in the wall. Kyle Busch goes under Chase Elliott, who had lost all his momentum, avoiding the 12 car. And Kyle Busch goes out and wins the Clash. So when you first saw it, you're watching it live. What did you think? And has your thinking on the finish changed since then?
My jaw was on the floor. I was laughing. I'm like, what the hell did we just witness? And then Kyle Busch, I posted this on Twitter. Kyle Busch winning the Clash. Let me just say this. 2017, Logano won the Clash. He missed the playoffs. 2018, Brad Keselowski won the Clash. He was out in the second round. 2019, Johnson won the Clash. He missed the playoffs. Actually, no. I said this on Twitter. 2019 doesn't exist. We do not talk about 2019. There was a gap between 2017 and 2020. They're like Johnson retired in 2017 with 3 wins. All right, we're just gonna leave it there. And 2020, Eric Jones won the Clash, and he missed the playoffs. So I'm not saying Kyle Busch is gonna miss the playoffs by any stretch of the imagination, but rookie crew chief. I mean, maybe a new type of track. Maybe I guess like the Clash. We're gonna call it. This is now the Clash curse. So maybe the Clash curse is broken. Maybe it's because Kyle Busch maybe won't happen, or maybe because new track, it won't happen. But
right.
Kyle Busch, we thought 2020 might be bad for Kyle Busch. If 2021 is worse, just look back to Just look back to Tuesday.
We'll see. I mean, my reaction on it again, if you watch.
You want to talk about a conspiracy? That's a conspiracy.
You're a little out there. For those that are new watching our show, Armany is off. He's not drunk, but a lot of times he makes statements and opinions that you would think he is. But he's not. He's completely sober right now. He's not old enough to drink, so he's good. But I'm putting this out, getting this picture out, and then we will get back to the show because we just have a few moments before we go green flag racing for the duels, and we start our live reaction. But my reaction to it, again, if you follow my Twitter, you probably know, is I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I wish, obviously, you wish your driver could have went on and won it. I wish that Chase would have, had enough speed to go out there and go out there and still win the Clash. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but at the end of the day, you want to see your guy win, right? I mean, we're all cheering for the same thing. And, when it comes to the situation, as I love confrontation in the sport, we get too much. And I was texting my contact, who again is in the garage. And, he loved it. He thinks Chase is a badass because he was like, dude, you went out and pretty much wrecked your friend for an exhibition race. Like, what are you here? Like, it's an exhibition race. You're fighting for nothing else but to win this race. There's nothing to gain but a paycheck. And, people complain all the time about these guys that aren't aggressive enough. They're all buddy, and they don't race hard. They don't do this. And then you get this finish between two guys that you sort of really need to have that rivalry because of the two biggest heads of the next generation. And people are pissed. Like, I saw people trying to say that Chase Elliott ran out of talent and doesn't have talent. The defending Cup champions. Again, watch the replay. Both drivers did exactly what you're supposed to do. Blaney pinched him because you're not just going to let him drive by. And Chase roughed him up because you're not just going to get beat out and not try to win the race. This isn't Formula One. This isn't let's go into the corner and let's play patty cake and I'm going to back out of the corner and I'm going to let Lewis Hamilton fly by me and win his 7th race in a row while I wonder why I can't win a race and not hit each other. This is stock car racing. This is the reason we watch it. This is why we're here. So to me, the finish of the Clash was perfect. Exactly what it needed to do. Got me very excited. The ARCA East finish from the other night, which you can look somewhere up on Twitter, amazing finish, 3 wide across the line. The Clash was iconic. 2 youngsters, and Kyle Busch steals it. Had qualifying last night. I think we're in for a good night tonight. It was just a lot of fun. And people can bash on the Clash finish all they want to. I don't blame either driver. I think Ryan and Chase, Chase didn't want to wreck Ryan, and I think Ryan, obviously, he didn't want to get wrecked. I don't think he's going to go out and just not be friends with Chase Elliott anymore. You might remember it down the road. Let's say they're at Martinsville down the road and you have the chance that Chase opens the door and you can go pancake him real quick. You might do that, but they're still buddies. They're still going to race hard. And you knew something was going to happen. You knew they were having a blast, which, by the way, we've already received one to go, so we'll quit blabbering here in just a minute.
The way Boyer is just staring into the
I think Boyer's awesome for the booth. But the cap off
he's staring into my soul.
The cap off the Clash. It was a great finish. And I love it. They're still going to be friends. We need more of that. Now let's get to the race. How about Austin Cindric? I don't see how Austin Cindric does not make it in. One grief of mine is there's still a way that you could technically – so I can't remember who's locked in that's in this one. It might be Reagan or Priest.
Priest, where do they
fall? I can check right here.
Yeah.
So Timmy Hill's in this, Ty Dillon is in this, and Austin Cindric. That is Ryan Priest is also in this. So Ryan Priest is already on speed. He's going to be in the Daytona 500. Now, if he could race his way in to where his speed didn't matter anymore, he raced his way in, which could screw another guy who technically would outrun somebody else because somebody like a Kaz Growler or someone like that can get in on speed. I don't really like that, but we're going to watch it unfold. We're coming here. They just crossed.
Wait, Kaz Growler's in this duel?
No, Growler's in the second one. See, that's what's finicky about it. So
I'll give a hot take. I think Cindric, I want Cindric to miss the race. Mainly just because I imagine the storyline. A Penske car.
Oh, it would be
huge.
Cindric should easily be in this thing. I mean, he's got the best car of any of the open cars. But it would definitely be a story. I mean, if Timmy Hill or Garrett Smithley or somebody like that magically makes this race, that should be a story. Like, how does that happen? But we're going to turn up our TVs a little bit. The whole goal is for you not to really hear it, just a heads up, because for one, you're watching at home probably. Two, that's a copyright lawsuit. So we're not going to allow that to happen, and we want you to be able to hear us. So
let me know if you can hear it on my end. I'm just going to keep going.
I don't hear anything on your end. All right, pace car's pulled off. Let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. We green flag.
Yeah, I'm like a minute or so behind. Maybe not a minute, but I'm definitely behind.
You need to get out. Well, how are you green yet?
Pace car just pulled in.
Well, dude, I'm all the way ahead. They're already finished with the first duel. We can log off. They're already done with it.
That's it. All right, Larson.
We got a lot of 2x2 early, so I'll
try. All right, we need the lead dog at We need the lead dog at Hendrick, that number 5, to get up to the front. Let's go.
So I can already observe, dude, the 48, which I want to observe it some more. So here he goes. They're literally dead even right now. Some sparks flying out of, I believe, Suarez's car.
I'm surprised the 48 isn't doing what he did back in 2018 when he won the pole, where he just backs off. Remember, back in 2018, they just laid off. I'm surprised they're not doing that again. Because they did at the beginning, too. That's the thing.
Dead to head even right now. Look
at them sparks. Move this wire out of the way. Lap 1, Almirola. Outside lane looks a little more organized.
All the way them going into 3 right now on lap 2. Almirola right now is clearing for the lead. He's playing the top lane right now. Bowman's still. Stenhouse is behind them. They're leaving plenty of space right now, though. They're not trying.
Do you remember why the 37 is now an open car? Why they got rid of their charter?
They sold their charter. I don't know why. I think they just money-wise, they made a decision that would help the team, I guess, because, I mean, they made a few $1 million off of that. DiBenedetto's trying to make it 3 wide, kind of middle to the pack. He's with Cindric. So right now, Cindric, DiBenedetto, and Logano are all near each other. They're not working together, but they are near each other. That's another reason that I think Cindric, I mean, it's kind of an embarrassment if Cindric doesn't make it, is you have Logano and DiBenedetto who you can utilize here. Dude, they're 3 wide mid-pack. By the way, I hate Denny Hamlin's paint scheme for the 500.
Yeah, I don't like it. Well, think about this.
Dude, they're 3 wide for the lead. Suarez is trying to go for the lead.
I got high hopes for Trackhouse, baby.
Where is this coming from, dude? Trackhouse is about to lead a lap in the duel.
Oh, my God.
They're about to junk them.
Here's the thing about DiBenedetto and Cindric. DiBenedetto might be a little salty with Cindric because technically that's his replacement right there.
No, I don't think DiBenedetto's that guy. I think – oh,
and Logano, he's not known to be friendly.
Denny Hamlin's dipping out. I think he saw something. Oh, dude, Denny almost put it in the grass. Like, he tried to get out of the pack, and then he almost put it in the grass.
I'm telling you, I think I said it last week. I mean, mainly last week, I just think, oh, Hamlin, what the hell is Hamlin doing?
I told you, dude. He pulled out of line.
What is he doing? What are you doing, Denny? You ain't gonna win your third in a row by doing that.
Oh, Christopher Bale got a little antsy-pantsy right there. Dude, they're still 3 wide. Bowman is getting shuffled back. And I don't know if I like that. Bowman's car, like, I thought Bowman's car would be one of those cars that was so fast they could kind of hold their lead. And obviously there's a lot of things going on, but he hasn't left the bottom once, and they are not towing the line at all. Like,
I mean, if I'm Bowman, I'd want to stay in the back because if your car wrecks, you still got you're going to the back.
Well, I know. I'm just saying from a power perspective, I would expect with Bowman how as fast as he was in qualifying, Which remember, usually when you trim out like that, the car's not as comfortable as you would like. That's why people talk about the Penske cars. I'm like, just wait. Dude, Christopher Bell has a massive lead right now. He's about to get his candy ate.
Bell is a sneaky good play racer.
Here they come, the Fords.
Bell is a sneaky good play racer. I'll give him that. Even back to his Xfinity days, you always saw that 20 Super up front.
But I really thought so. Like Bowman's kind of backed away now. I don't know if now. I'm sure now it's probably intentional. But like I think him and Stenhouse tried for a lap or two, and I don't know if they just wanted to ride or what. But they like with as powerful as the 48 car was, I thought they might be able to stay up front, like kind of control their own destiny, but they couldn't right there. Oh God, Christopher Bell almost. Dude, wait till you get. Can they come off a full here in a minute? And it's not like they don't almost crash, but it looks like Bell is about to just junk Almirola for the lead. Just wait till you see the side draft.
Oh my God! What the hell is Bell doing?
He looked like he was about to junk him.
Bell, what are you doing?
So now they're kind of just going 2x2 right now. They're just
that looked like Quinn Half. That looked. I mean, is he trying to mimic what Quinn Half did in back in Texas last year or something with Almirola? That's the first thing that came to my mind. Reddick's in the ends. Reddick's doing good. Even though Larson's with Hendrick, right. Larson's just never been a good play racer. He's never been. He's always
never been anything flashy. Like when you think back to it, he's never really been flashy with it. I don't remember. Obviously, I don't have his finishes in front of me, but
the only race I ever remember a Larson being in contention at a play race was 2017 Talladega.
Right.
And in the fall. That's it. And then again, that's when like over half the field was wrecked.
Logan's in the back of the field right now. The only car behind him is Eric Jones.
Yeah, I mean, that's playing it smart.
I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, I've always figured, like, if I was ever on the pole for the 500, like, I'd go out the first couple of laps. If I can stay up front, I'm going to stay up front. Just so because I want to get the feel of my car being up front. But the second I get back to fifth, sixth, I'm out. Like, I'm rolling out. There's no point to wreck the car.
I don't know why Eric Jones is so far back. I mean, he's qualified 29th.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing you got to remember with Richard Petty Motorsports and their budget. I don't think they can afford to just junk a car right now. So, like, what's to gain? Like, you're probably going to wreck Sunday.
They still got a bigger budget than they did even in 2019 because there was a report came out that Columbia Sportswear is staying with the team.
Yeah, but I don't know how much money's coming out of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying they got to have more money than they did back in 2019 when, rumors were that, they were going to go to part-time.
Right. McMurray in the top 10. Right now, for those watching your top 10 at the moment, Eric Almirola is in the lead. Actually, now Christopher Bell goes to the lead. I'm reading the ticker, so if the ticker jumps, that's what I'm reading. And now the ticker went away, so the ticker completely jumped off the screen because now we're going to commercial break.
From what I can see, on my end, Almirola, Bell, Logano, Cindric, Newman, Reddick, McDowell, McMurray, Custer, and the lead dog at Hendrick.
Yep.
Hey, see, now you admitted that.
So, are you on commercial?
No, I am.
All right, so we can kind of just react to what we've seen. I mean, they're really racy right now. I like that. Dude, I'm so amped for the 500. I love this restrictor plate package, even though they don't technically run restrictor plates anymore. I love this package for Talladega and Daytona. They're such a huge pack. You wad up a lot of cars. That sucks, but it's just, dude, it's a work of art. If you're watching this and you've never been to a plate race live, it is so, like, magical to just watch the pack go by. Dakota Rutledge is in here. He's always interacting with us on Twitter. He was like, why did they even have the road course? I guess, which is weird because people argue that they don't try for the clash, but then the guys literally go out and almost kill each other for the duels. You have way more to lose in the duels than the clash. Lead dog at Hendrick. Oh, God. You've already got people saying lead dog at Hendrick.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Read the hat, people. That's all that matters right there.
Nah, he's not a real champion. Harvick's the real champion. But
I really like what we're seeing so far. Cindric's up near the front. So, I mean, Cindric looks to be good. It's going to be hard for Cindric to miss this race, in my opinion. Which, if Cindric can make it, that means 3 of my 4 predictions. I don't know why the hell I gave Ty Dillon a shot. I'm glad I changed that to last. I tweeted out that Ty Dillon was going to make it in over Ryan Preece, and I almost made a stupid moment. Then my mind was like, you just said to yourself, no way. So I was like, dude, I can't.
Ty Dillon.
Yeah, I don't know. The Gaunt Brothers is sort of a joke right now. But I'm so glad I changed that in a second. Of course, Ryan Preece was the baddest fast open car there was. People forget that team sat on the pole last year with Stenhouse. So, so far I've gotten Reagan right, which I can call a shot. Some people may not have David Reagan. Preece, Reagan, and if Cindric can hold on, Cindric. My 4th prediction is Noah Gragson, dude. I
forgot David Reagan was in the race. I was like, when I made my predictions yesterday, I was like, I want an underdog, and I was like, who do I pick as my underdog?
He's not really an underdog with the open cars. Open cars. He's the race is back on my end of the deal.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. But it's like I would have picked Reagan. I would have picked Preece and Reagan, but I picked Preece and Cindric. That didn't happen. I picked Bowman for the pole. So, I mean, hey, at least he got the pole right.
Back on my end, Almirola's kind of by himself in the lead, and they're 2 wide behind him. Logano and Bell are on that second row, and then the third row looks to be Reddick and Cindric. Reddick's hanging around the front. Reddick and I forgot what somebody said. It might have been Dakota who's watching with us. I think it was either him or it was Keith Merrick. He said that I think it was actually Keith. He goes, Tyler Reddick being risky at Daytona is a whole vibe. And I'm like, dude, I can't say that any better. Like, that was awesome.
Facts. I don't care what anyone says. That move he pulled on Kyle Busch was the greatest move all season. I don't care what anyone says.
So Joe Hart said, could you give us a quick 2-cent summary of the duels format? Is it that each duel sets the field and only for the left and right lane? So, yes. The only positions that were locked in after yesterday was first and second, the front row. Now, the only way you do not start on the front row is if you completely tear up your race car, which is the goal of not to do that. That's why the 48 car said, I'm good, I'm going to the back. So this first one is, think of it as evens and odds. This first race is the odds. First, third.
The odds, my bad.
So on and so forth all the way through the field. Oh, Austin Cindric. Woo! See it in just a second.
Yeah, just continue.
Not a huge move, but you'll see it. But anyways, the second duel is obviously evens at that point. Second, fourth, sixth, eighth, 10th, and so on and so on. So let's say you qualified 4th. So Bubba Wallace qualified 4th. But let's say he finishes last in his duel. He could start as far back as 40th on the field.
Oh, my God. Everyone's like on their quarter panels.
Let's say you qualify 34th. You win the duel. Now you jump from 34th to 2nd. So, again, the only positions – or excuse me, it'll be to 4th. You could not go to 2nd. It'll be to 4th because front row's locked in. So that is how open cars, you got to finish. And as soon as I was talking junk about Ty Dillon, here comes Ty Dillon, 1 position behind Austin Cindric. Dude, Ty Dillon may have one of the best looking – and he's passing Austin Cindric as we speak. He may have one of the best looking cars. He might have one of the best looking cars in all of Daytona. So that's kind of a quick summary of the duels. It just determines the starting lineup outside of the front row. And for the open cars, if you did make it in on speed, you pretty much want to be the best open car in the duel, and then you'll make the Daytona 500.
I'm telling you, I like Austin Cindric, but I want him to DN. I want it to miss just because I want a Penske. I just want to hear the storylines of a Penske car missing the 500. Wayne, this is the only time we're ever going to see it because of the damn charter system. I hate the charter system.
My nephew Victor is watching. I get him to watch every week. Oh, God, Cindric just made a little bit of a weird move. He said that I-Fly car Suarez is clean, dude.
Facts.
Trackhouse has some badass looking race cars.
Where is Suarez? Oh, he's down to 15.
We got a Larry Mack parts breakdown. Oh, they're breaking down the side draft, which I still never understand. Like, I do understand, but it's like, I guess you feel it on the interstate when you're like driving.
What do you mean filled on the interstate?
Like have you ever been driving like a 70 or 80 on the interstate and you pull up beside an 18-wheeler? Like, you will feel the air move slightly. Like, you'll feel your vehicle moving. Now, see, on my Chevy Silverado, it's weird because the new models have like a little vent in the front. You feel air all the time, which makes no sense. It's supposed to like help avert air, but all you do is feel your truck move. But anyways, so we're getting single file up front. We're single file probably the first 6 or 7 cars. Eric Almirola, Joey Logano, and Ryan Newman are your top 3. McDowell sits 4th. Ty Dillon sits 5th. So right now, Ty Dillon would qualify for or race his way in for the Daytona 500. Austin Cindric is about 5 spots back, sitting in 10th.
Here's the train.
Dude, you see a lot of – dude, I didn't even realize the top 4 are all Fords.
Oh,
Fords,
shit.
Toyota, right. Ford. You got a ton of Fords up front. Then you got Cindric up there too. He's still on the top. Leading the top lane is Bell in a Toyota. Then you got Cindric behind him. I love Cindric's Verizon car.
So do I. It's good to see Verizon back in the sport.
Oh, yeah. It'd be nice if they could be a full-time fixture.
I guarantee Keselowski needs a couple races.
I remember when they used to sponsor all Penske cars full-time in the Xfinity Series.
My question is, why did they choose the 33?
Me too. I was really expecting the 39.
I was expecting like the 02 or something.
Okay, they're talking about something about Bowman. I couldn't make out what they're saying, but Bowman is definitely hanging out in the back.
I like how it says he's hanging out in the back, yet he's still like 4 miles an hour faster than Quinn Houff.
I forgot they got a pit here at some point.
Oh, Larson, why are you going all the way up?
Joe Hart said, do you think every driver should race in for 4? For me, for the Daytona 500 or maybe like the Crown Jewels, the 500, the 600, the Southern 500, I'm fine with nobody being locked in. Like, I get it. Ideally, what is it going to do if somebody like Chase Elliott doesn't make the race? Well, if you're in a Hendrick Motorsports car and you can't be one of the 40 fastest cars, that's a you problem. So that's how I feel about it. And don't crash. Don't wreck your race car in the duels. I mean, just that's part of racing. Racing's make or break. You know, one week you win, the next week you blow a motor. So I'm cool with something like the 500. Oh, there was a lot of movement right there.
Oh, my Fox Sports app crashed, so I got to log back in.
You're cool. I'm still calling it right now.
Yeah, no, I don't think – I hate locked-in spots, period. I'm like, you know what? If you miss it, you miss it. You should not be locked in, period.
The only one too many. Like, I'm cool with top 25 or top 30. I can get whatever. But, like, you shouldn't just – I mean, they have 4 open spots. Like, there should legitimately be 10 cars, 12 cars going for the few remaining spots. And it's just – I don't know. And then the way they handle it, it just is what it is.
Yeah, you got Rickware Racing at the bottom.
I heard a really good idea. He goes, you go to Daytona, the only 2 people guaranteed a spot is the defending Daytona 500 champion and the defending Cup Series champion. That's the only 2 drivers that are guaranteed a spot. And I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too.
And then maybe you want to, make qualifying even more worth it, right? Like, so the only positions that would be set are maybe the top front row, but right? But if you qualify top 10, you're locked into the Daytona 500 regardless of what happens in your duel. Like you can give an extra incentive, but then 11th on back, you better be fast enough or you're not going to race on Sunday. That's what I would do.
I just don't want locked in spots, period. I'm like, you know what? I don't care who you are. You're not locked in.
Right. So now they're all single file on the top lane. Almirola still leads with Logano, McDowell, and Toad. DiBenedetto's 4th. Hamlin is 5th. Got the choo-choo train going. The bottom just went real slow. Newman's like dragging the brake. I don't know if that's on purpose. I think he's dragging the brake to get to Ty, and then it looked like they just lost about 2 or 3 spots. All of a sudden now Timmy Hill is like a spot behind. He's ahead of Ty Dillon and 2 spots behind Austin Cindric. So
why do you keep saying Timmy Hill's in a Toyota? He's in a damn Ford. I don't know why. Every time I see the 66, I think Toyota.
You got your app back on?
Yep. Newman's falling way back.
Yeah, they're all single file up front right now.
Timmy Hill's been in Cup for 10 years?
He may have made at least the starts 10 years in a row.
Yeah. Still, damn.
The fuel window is open. That's what they were just reported on this end.
All right. McDowell's in 3rd. That's interesting. Oh yeah, they're all. Did Ty Dillon just fall?
YT, he just tweeted out the perfect gift. I was talking about if Timmy Hill pulls this off, I was just like, my God. And then he heard a Fairly Odd Parents, and they switched to a sign that says, "We heart Timmy." That's awesome. If my computer goes crazy real quick, and my dogs are about to come in, so they may completely attack me. Stuff on side of your face.
We got a live reaction. Not only live Daytona reaction.
A live reaction inside of a live reaction.
It's a live murder.
There might be a dog jumping my lap here momentarily. Dude, Stenhouse's card looks almost like it's unsponsored. That whole empty quarter panel just does not do it for me.
I don't think number placement is what's the problem. You know, if you see that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's true. You know, everybody talks about, well, the sponsors need more exposure. Quit drawing your cars with a blindfold. Like, make your car look good. Look at the reaction Daniel Suarez and them have gotten over the last week. Now, I still could barely name you their sponsors, but I can tell you what their car is going to look like.
I can name you Paywall Speed because I go there all the time.
Well, then there you go. Yeah. The whole entire field right now is single file. Almirola, Logano, McDowell, DeBenedetto, Hamlin, Bell, Cindric, Reddick, Timmy Hill, Suarez, McMurray, Custer, Larson, Priest, Jones, Stenhouse, Bowman, Newman, Ty Dillon, and Quinn Huff is in last, 10 seconds back. Not a huge shocker there. Right. I guess
How
he just
10 seconds back.
He must have lost the draft. He must have drove the brake too much or something. An update for the cars trying to qualify for the race. So Priest is nowhere near racing his way in, so he's just going to probably rely on his speed. That's where things would get interesting. If the 37 car gets up front, that is when you would go back to time, and I think Cindric would make the race at that point. But right now, Cindric would make it regardless. Timmy Hill is 2 spots back, and then Ty Dillon is many spots back. You hear Susie yelling in the back. She's putting the dogs up. Wow, they actually listened.
You still have all those nutcrackers?
Yeah, they're still all up right now.
Oh, my God. Every time I see them, I'm like, I just think to myself, so many damn nutcrackers.
Hold on. I don't think I can revert. Yeah, I can't reverse my camera. If I could do that, then I'd be like, I would show you. You could literally just see the nutcracker standing right in front of me.
It's just a sea of nutcrackers.
Susie, my oldest dog, Durango, is like the most he's like 11 years old, and all the other ones are puppies. So he's the most agitating one. And so she had to run back outside and just pick him up because he's extra. Should all start pitting soon. I'm surprised they haven't yet. Yeah, you should see them. They'll all probably pit around the same time.
Why is this lady cutting stuff just staring at me?
The only thing you get nervous about, and not really nervous, is you don't want cautions and wrecks in the duels. But I hope the field just doesn't get strung out, and that's how it is. But I think with this package, you really can go from single file to 2 or 3 lanes pretty quick. It really just takes 2 or 3 drivers committing to each other. So we'll probably, people are going to complain about, oh, they're not racing now. Like, this is expected. You have a $300,000 race car. You're trying to make the Daytona 500. You're not just going to junk your car in a qualifying race.
Yeah.
What I got here?
Championship celebrations in Florida are different. I'm going to retweet this. It's a picture. Racing RT1 Racing Roundtable just put championship celebrations in Florida are different. It's Keselowski celebrating his championship and Tom Brady celebrating his Super Bowl, and then Keselowski puts it's a humidity. Hey, man,
Tom Brady just threw a trophy across the ocean.
That was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, but it's not like somebody just wouldn't immediately dive in, or they just hire somebody to go get it. But it's just like, all right, that's what we're doing.
Tom Brady's got plenty. I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind losing one.
Yeah, he got like another 6 just hanging around somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Dodge Ram apparently being the truck of the year. We'll see if that's the case or not.
I'm looking at a Nissan ad.
Isn't that fantastic?
I know.
Now I'm watching it's a close-up of a chicken strip, it looks like. All right, excuse me. It was a spicy chicken McNugget. So I
Those
apologize.
things are terrible.
I haven't had them.
They're
Alonso was in a
terrible.
bike accident. Yeah, I heard something about Fernando Alonso was in a biking accident.
He got hit by a car. That's what I heard. On a
Wow.
bike.
Is he like majorly injured?
No, he's conscious and everything.
Uh-oh. They got Bowman's hood raised.
Uh-oh. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Yeah, get to the commercial. Stop at the commercial break. Show me the damn car. Come on. Uh-oh. Don't tell me they might have to go to a backup.
They are.
They're going to the garage?
They're about to. 48 curse continues.
So if they were to replace it,
They can still repair the engine. If they can repair the motor, they're good. But hold on. I'm watching a replay here, see if there's any oil. No, he just pulls low. There's no oil or fluid that, at least from the onboard, that it
maybe
shows.
it's an electrical issue. Maybe the battery just got unplugged or something.
48 says the engine was blowing up. So now it depends.
Ooh.
This is from Toby Christie. So now it depends on how severe the issue is. They have to change your motor. He will drop to the rear for the pole. Wow.
So they are going to change the motor.
If they're going to have to diagnose it and see if they can cure it or not.
Damn. Now here's my question. Let's say, for example, they were to retire the 48. They'd probably go with the number 25. What would they go with if they retired the 24?
25. Or did you already say that?
Yeah, I already said that.
I'm not thinking. I think the 46. Remember, the 46 was almost Gordon's number to begin with.
Right.
I just tweeted the 48's illegal motor is mortal after all.
Oh my God. The plan.
So they're looking like they're gearing up for pit stops, and here they go. Ford's pitting. Ford is about to pit. Everything looks smooth. Cindric, let's see. Dude, what a BS call for Logano. Logano's too wide on pit road again.
You got to put that on Twitter, aren't you?
Yep.
Truly inspiring. I'm truly inspired.
Well, I mean, dude, the penalty the other night was stupid. When have they ever
no. I've never heard of that penalty in my life.
To go too wide, but like they do it all the time.
I didn't even know that penalty existed.
I'm already going to get my tweet ready for why they're not going to penalize Joey Logano.
Or is that just like a road course thing? And even then, a road course, I'm pretty sure they do that all the time.
Now Toyota's pitting. Emmy Hill in that group.
That 41 car looks good under the lights.
Penalty, Austin Cindric speeding on pit road per Jeff Gluck.
Uh-oh.
Wow. He might have just choked away his Daytona 500 shot.
Come on. Come on. I just want it for the storylines. Come on. God, that 96. I didn't like how the 96 car looked with the renders. Like when it's just straight red. But not knowing
it looked wild. Of course, the camera pans away because Fox's camera work this week has just been
terrible.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I literally saw Keselowski just lose it in the dog leg the other night, and they were like, no, we're good.
And there's that 33. Here come the Chevys. Wasn't Chase in this race also? I thought he qualified 11th.
No, he's in the second one.
I thought he qualified 11th. So how the hell is he in the second one?
I think he qualified 12th. I don't know.
Let me look at this again.
Clearly he didn't, or he'd be in the race, man. You think NASCAR just going to get it wrong?
I don't know. What's NASCAR? I mean, look at that penalty they gave Logano. me take a look at this lineup. According to the NASCAR app, he qualified 11th, so I don't know.
Something that may have changed it could be the charter cars, because that does play a small role, but I'm not sure what that could change. So I'm not sure. That shouldn't be the case, but I don't know.
I don't think Murray.
I'm going to go ahead and call him. And Bowman's going to lose the pole. There's no way they're not going to just put another motor in. All right, so Owen's laying back. I'm assuming he's trying to go get some Toyota. Well, Larson's the car behind him. All right, we're going to commercial break here. They're coming. Oh, they're at 23 to go. And they're coming in side by side, so I'll still be kind of watching. Amarola is still in the lead with Logano and DiBenedetto behind him.
Newman on my end, you got Newman, Ty Dillon. Now just panning to Hamlin for some reason.
Scoop, there it is. I got a lot good chocolate. I got that. Commercial, dude, it's a Geico commercial. Sprinkles.
Pringle. Wait, where? Where? Where the Pringles?
Sprinkles.
Oh, sprinkles. Get out of here.
It's a Geico commercial, man. That's what they say at the end. Sorry.
I'm gonna open the window in my room. It's kind of hot here.
Open the window, man. God, ain't nobody make no rules.
Oh my God! Finally, get some air in here.
So Bob Parker said the single file entering pit road rule is under yellow conditions. Hear me?
Was that a response to you?
Yes, I tweeted at Bob because I wanted to know. I had never heard that penalty before. And so I'm like, it didn't make sense the other night. I didn't tweet about it. And I was like, why is Logano not getting penalized now? So it is under yellow flag condition. So see, folks, this is my 20th year of watching NASCAR, and I'm still learning rules.
If you're still learning rules in your 20th year, I mean, I think that tells you more how many rules NASCAR has more than you not knowing.
It's not like Duck Dynasty where they say the number one rule is there are no rules.
David Lamb, Penske bump pipe. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
So right now, Ty Dillon would transfer. Wow.
Is it too late to pick Ty Dillon as my underdog to make it in?
Yep.
I didn't even have an underdog, so I'm just like, you know what? Whoever makes it, makes it. Colorful race cars that pop out. That's all I want, and that's all I'm seeing, and I love it.
Ty Dillon's car is fantastic.
I know. That thing is.
So Chevy apparently is cotton the Toyota. Cotton. They cotton them.
Cotton. They cotton them.
So, yes, now I keep forgetting about that. Right now, Austin Cindric, and I didn't tweet that out, Austin Cindric's biggest friend right now is Ryan Preece.
Why? Preece needs to be ahead?
Yes.
Where's Preece right now? He's at 12.
We got a ways to go.
Yep, and they're single file, so it's not like, Preece can really make any moves right now. God, why does Larson suck at plate races?
I think it's all coach should be a strategy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a reason he's going to go winless this year.
I hope Chase doesn't even win a stage now.
Get a close-up of that 96 car. It's the baddest looking ride in Daytona. Dude, I'm so nervous for Noah Gragson. I'm so glad we're not. We probably should live reaction the next one, but I don't expect people to stick around for 2 hours. I'm going to be so nervous for Noah Gragson trying to get in this thing.
I mean, the second duel is where all the action's at, so let's be honest here.
I mean, this has been a good race. You got a lot of heavy hitters here. Almirola's not a heavy hitter anywhere, but Joe Logano, Hamlin, Stenhouse, Bowman, the pole sitter, he's probably not going to be the pole sitter anymore. Oh, don't worry, he's the pole sitter, but he ain't starting first.
Nope. Hey, I mean, he gets to keep it in the record books at least.
Yeah, that's true. That totally matters. Let me tell you how many poles I got.
Hey, I mean, Newman's got 51. That's if Newman ever gets in the Hall of Fame, it's only going to be because of that.
Well, he did win 18 races. You got to remember, 18 races is more than 98% of NASCAR drivers ever.
Okay, but it's like the Hall of Fame.
Okay, the top 2%. What's that even matter?
At some point, it's like you got to have a limit. You got to have a limit at some.
Hold on.
I thought just a big gap between 15th and 16th.
So now Bowman says the motor feels fine, but there's a vibration.
Oh, he's back out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's getting lapped right now.
If I'm Bowman, I'm just going like this. Yay!
Yeah, it's totally smart. The motor may be messed up. Let's just destroy the entire car right now.
I mean, I don't see an issue. He's got the pole. He's got it in the record books. He's good.
Austin Cindric is about to go a lap down.
Yeah, Cindric's going to see it. Come on, baby. Come on.
By himself.
I love Penske. Don't get me wrong.
He just starts leading the pack as a lap car.
You have two of your Penske teammates in this duel.
And you by far have the best of all open cars.
And you're still going to miss the show with possibly the biggest sponsor, and you're still going to miss it.
That's rough, man. Life comes at you fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Xfinity Series champion.
Oh, don't start.
I'm kidding.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm yawning, but I'm enjoying this. Well, I'll enjoy it more when they actually race here at the end. But I'm not complaining. This is what you expect. I don't blame anybody for going single file. That's what you're going to do.
Yeah, it's a duel. You're not going for the 500 win. Do they still reward points to the top 10?
Yes, apparently. I forgot about that. So, I guess that matters. That's the dumbest.
Yeah, why do they do that?
Out today.
Why do they do that again?
Annual reminder that giving out points in the duels is absolutely stupid.
I mean, in that case, it's a points-paying race, so it should count in the record books.
Yeah, okay. Books, Racing Reference keeps it in their statistic line. It just gets separated.
I'm just saying. So theoretically,
rain is approaching this track. Not sure if it's 10 miles or 10 minutes, but either way, it's close. Fantastic.
How many more wins should Dale Jr. have? Just saying, he might be in the 30 range now.
$12 to go. Right now, Ty Dillon would still make it in. He is running 5th.
It'd be kind of funny if they make it. Ty Dillon makes it. If Gaunt Brothers makes it with Ty Dillon and not Suarez.
God, I don't want there to be rain. Can we just not? Can something just not work, man? Which Spocker's already answered what would happen if they got the first duel in, but not the second. So
what?
They would take the fastest. They would take the guy who raced their way in here, and then 3 cars would make it in on time. And then Timmy Hill. He made me nervous. And then the top row. Top row would still be determined by qualifying speed. The bottom row would be determined by the duel finish.
All right.
They said Cindric was trying to report debris. Which, I mean, wouldn't you? It's for the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
There's race cars out here just sitting on the track.
Oh, shit. Some of the dirt is still out there.
The lights ain't working right. Throw a yeller out there.
There's a chain Toyota.
Them cheating Yoders, baby. 10 to go.
I think there's still some dirt from the road course race. We need a caution.
We need a caution. All right. Okay, second row is starting to form on the bottom, but there's still probably 10 cars back.
We got 2 cars on the bottom, baby. Let's go. Come on.
Suarez, Larson. No, excuse me. Hamlin, Stenhouse, Larson. So they're going to try to start moving to the front here. You got Hamlin and Stenhouse. You also got Larson, who may try to do something. They really need another car to at least probably pull down and try.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm seeing it.
McMurray may be looking to come down.
Why is Cindric not going on the bottom? You got nothing to lose.
He's lap down. There's nothing he can do.
Oh, yeah. At least try to get your lap back.
There's no point. I mean, you're not going to get your lap back with 4 cars right in front of you. Cindric needs a caution or it's over. Dude, Hamlin is shoving McMurray right now. Dude, they're coming. But Benedetto inside line. Logano blocks him. Almirola goes down. They're getting dicey. They're 3 wide for 4th right now. McMurray with a full steam ahead, but he's by himself. They're going to side draft him. Bell's in the middle. Newman up top. Hamlin hits on McMurray, goes with Bell. Oh, Ty Dillon almost got wrecked. Dude is hyping up again.
Here we go.
And there's lap cars they're about to catch. Never mind, they're pulling. Bowman, he'll probably be getting lapped in the 500 too.
I can tell that you just love your fellow Hendrick teammates.
Yeah, they're still saying Ty Dillon has to finish ahead of Ryan Preece.
And hold on. It's getting dicey.
Still in 13th in the back. Right now, Ty Dillon is in 9th. 7 to go.
Oh, my God. It's getting squirrely.
So apparently I'm going to have to call the finish because you're behind. And here's Richard on the broadcast. Here, they'll take the white flag. You're in the Gatorade Duel. I don't think not the Gatorade Duels anymore, man.
Because Pepsi's gone. That's why.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I thought Stenhouse was about to be gone. I like the look of Larson's car. I wish they would have made the numbers on the side bigger. And if they made them bigger, I think you could have pulled off a white number with black outline.
I could see it.
Almirola looks comfortable up front. There's a bunch of there's two Fords, 2 Toyotas, another Ford, another Toyota, then more Fords and more Fords.
So Ford, Toyota, Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Nissan, Honda.
Oh, it's calmed back down for a few minutes. Probably the first 7 or 8 cars are all single file on the top side. But it did show you, I mean, Denny Hamlin got to the front within 2-3 laps. He was running 13th, 14th a couple of laps ago. Bottom is trying to form again with Custer, DiBenedetto, and Suarez. Larson still there, McMurray, but Cole Custer just doesn't look to have the car that he needs. Either that or just Hamlin. I mean, Hamlin's car's got to be much better. He was able to pull that pack to the front. Hamlin, dude, I'm telling you, it's hard not to pick Denny Hamlin. DiBenedetto all over Custer right now, in the middle of the corner, too.
5 to go.
They're getting closer, but I just don't think they've got enough cars. They need another car. I'm surprised Newman didn't go down and try to help them. You'll see here in just a second. I thought Newman maybe would pull down. Ty Dillon's still in the spot right now by 3 positions. Preece is slowly creeping. He's 9th. Right now, Ty is 6th.
I think they're in the same. Yeah, Preece has to change his lane, Denny, or else he ain't going to get it.
They're both in the top lane. There's 2 cars separating. 1 car separating Dillon and Preece, and that's Michael McDowell.
Priest got to get on the inside if he wants any shot. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure Priest doesn't care, but.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's just glad he's in the race. Dude, they're just not fast enough on the bottom. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, they got Custer, DiBenedetto, Stenhouse, and Larson. You get Hamlin or maybe Newman on that bottom lane, and you'll get him moving. We're about to have a Penske bump. Let's go.
Yeah, we are. Dude, I just tweeted out Cole Custer. Pretty much, you can just the drivers and teams just learned that you don't go with Cole Custer on race day. It's hard to not have any speed. They're about to come to 2 to go. Right now, there's still 3 to go, coming through the middle of 3 and 4 right now. So we'll get 2 to go here in just a second. Oh. And I'll probably take over if it gets dicey. Obviously, I'll probably take over for the call of the finish.
You'll take over anyway. You're like half a minute over me.
All right, 2 to go. They're all single file on the top. We've got some lap cars that are going to come around that are hanging out on the bottom. You never know. Maybe they try to use them as some sort of, not a pick, but some sort of side draft. Don't expect it, but it could happen. Right now, Ty Dillon's in the transfer spot. We got a lap, just over a lap and a half to go.
I just got to 2 to go.
Talking about fuel on Denny Hamlin's car for whatever reason. They're all single file right now. The 2 cars on the bottom are Eric Jones and Quinn Houff. Quinn Houff is ahead of Eric Jones. Slow as can be.
And that 43 has no speed.
All right, white flag. Here Camarola's in the lead. Joey Logano second. Christopher Bell third. Denny Hamlin fourth. Ryan Newman fifth. Right now, Ty Dillon would transfer in sixth. Ryan Preece is in eighth. Looks like everyone's being calm. I don't see anybody really making a move right here. They try to look like they want to get Oh! Hamlin and Bell almost raked each other. Ty Dillon, he makes a move. Newman slow. Here comes McDowell. Here comes Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon's good right there. They're dicey in the back of the field. Nothing too crazy right now. Suarez makes it 3 wide on the bottom. We're probably like 7th. Oh, Logano's making a move to win it. They get side by side. Bell's going with Logano. Here come Almirola's. Oh, God, they almost – Almirola's got to run on the outside. He side drafted him. Oh, they almost touch. Here they come. Woo! Eric Almirola wins it. Wait till you see the finish. It gets a little dicey right there at the end. Almirola, Bell, Newman, Logano.
Oh, my God.
Priest raced his way in. Priest got ahead of Dillon at the line.
What?
Hendrick makes it.
At the line. Dang it. Damn it, I want to see a Penske car get bumped. That 37 car is sharp.
Dude, Ty's trying to block. Dude, I mean, the 37 wow. Dillon literally lost by half a car length.
Gaunt Brothers misses the 500 for the second year in a row. Think about this. The only driver, I believe, to make the 500 for the Gaunt Brothers is Parker Kligerman or DJ Kennington.
Right at the end. Custer.
Almirola, Bell, then Newman, Logano, Priest, Dillon. And where's this Custer wreck you were talking about? Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. I don't know if that's needing a backup car, but
Why is Denny Hamlin's turned around backwards on pit road?
Hey,
people say gas.
Hey, people say Almirola needed to win more. Okay, that 37 car is pretty neat. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Is he going to push the car? Okay, Hamlin. Hamlin's got some gains. Denny Hamlin, if for some reason you watch a replay of this, if you need a trainer, I'm right here.
Wow, what a finish! I'm just, dude. See, that's what I wanted to get to there before we couldn't. Mm.
Well, look at Suarez is going on the inside of McDowell. Oh yeah, Hamlin ran out of gas. Oh yeah, he just.
So apparently Hamlin was not thrilled with Christopher Bale cutting him off. So, anyways, I was going to say earlier before we get out of here because now it's over an hour. So what I was saying that kind of pissed me off a little bit, that's irritating, is this exact situation. Ty Dillon outperformed Austin Cindric the entire 150 miles. Austin Cindric choked away his Daytona 500 bid. But because Parise gets to essentially lock himself in for a second time, Ty Dillon will not be racing on Sunday, and Austin Cindric will. Big and Bad Penske will get to race, but not the Gaunt brothers. This is the ideal situation that I knew could happen that was going to irritate me. I do not like this rule. Parise and later on it would be David Reagan should be treated like they're already locked in. They have no effect on who makes the race the rest of the weekend. But they do, and that's the dumbest part of this. It should be heads up, do what you got to do, make the race. And this is the exact situation I was afraid was going to happen, and here it just happened. And I want to be right. Like, I wanted to predict Austin Cindric, but he doesn't deserve to be in the 500. But anyways, we're going to get out of here, folks. We appreciate it. I think, dude, we had a fair amount of viewers the entire time. So I think that was cool. We'll have to definitely do this again. Me and Armany have been flirting around the idea of doing this. I figured this is the perfect time to try it out. Who knows if there'll be another race on a Thursday? That might be the one kink in the system here. But you never know. Maybe we'll do this on a Sunday one time, and we'll live react to the Cup race. Hold on. They're interviewing Austin Cindric real quick.
They're still there interviewing Almirola for me. Mother, was that a rule?
Yep.
How the hell do they pick the 33? Well, we got about 45 minutes till the second duel. All right.
Hold on.
All right, hold on. Let's see if there's a Twitter meltdown real quick.
Oh, there is, dude. Even Danny B was like, wait, what?
I'm sober enough to know what I'm doing and drunk enough to really enjoy it.
So apparently this is something to watch here. Hold on. I'm actually watching the replay now.
What?
I don't know if I believe in any of this. Hold on. I'll tell you in just a second when I see. Oh, they didn't show the finish. Somebody is trying to say that the 22 just let off the throttle so that 33 could, or so Priest could make it around. Sorry, hold on. I'm watching the replay. Watching the replay now. I mean, it looked like Logano tried to get out of the way. I don't know. That's a rough call. I don't think Joey's going to know where exactly that's all happening at. Just to cause that.
And even then, how do you even prove that and penalize? How do you even prove that he intentionally did it?
Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna get out of here. That sucks. Like, I was afraid of this happening. I voiced my frustration this morning because I forgot about that this could happen. And then someone reminded me, and I was like, wait a second, you're right. Like, Priest essentially locked himself in twice. And it screwed I called this happening, dude. I called it happening. And it saves Austin Cindric's Daytona 500. Austin Cindric should be in the garage right now trying to explain how you took the best open car and missed the Daytona 500. And Ty Dillon screwed. So, God, that irks me. I'll probably be tweeting about it here in a minute. Make sure you go follow it at NASCAR_opinion. On him at Motor Minister. We really appreciate everybody tuning in. This was a little bit more successful than I thought. I thought we might have 1 or 2 people. We consistently had anywhere from 6 to 10 people watching. So,
shit, okay.
This is something that I think me and him both enjoy. I mean, you tell me, did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I was hoping for. I'll be honest. I was hoping for a little more calamity. I was expecting to use the pillow, but no, I haven't need to use the pillow. Now that I know I'm probably gonna have to use it in the second duel. Actually, no, Reddick or Larson, they already raced, so I don't need a reason to use it.
But, yeah, I mean, I think we enjoyed it. I think we had a lot of. I enjoyed this.
This was fun. I like this.
And we might have to do this one Sunday. We got away from doing Sunday podcasts, but I don't know. That was pretty fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a blast to do it. We were glad we could experiment with this. We've been rolling around this idea for a couple of months. We were just trying to figure, like, when could we do it? When does it make sense for a Thursday? Tonight, obviously, naturally did it. So we appreciate everybody listening. Make sure you subscribe. My nephew said we had a nice show, so, his opinion matters about anybody else, He tries to watch every week. I make sure I remind him. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's go enjoy the second duel. Unfortunately, we're not going to stay here and do it live. We're going to sit back and relax. Joe Hart, Mr. Joe, thank you. Appreciate everybody who tuned in through here. My friends, our friends from Twitter. This was a lot of damn fun. I really enjoyed it. Austin Cindric should not be in the Daytona 500.
Facts.
Hey, hold on. We'll see you next week.